When the girl slowly closed her eyes, mysterious markings appeared across her face once again. In the blink of an eye, the dead trees surrounding them suddenly began bearing strange fruit. Seeing this, Merlin finally revealed a relieved smile. In a deep voice, he warned Nimue, "As time goes on, you'll become more and more dependent on this sword. Magic will completely change you, just like it changed me." But Nimue had no intention of giving it up, because at this point, she was being hunted endlessly. If she wanted to survive, she had no choice but to master that power. That night, while Merlin was asleep, Nimue secretly stole his magical artifact. Copying Merlin's movements, she slowly closed her eyes. In an instant, she entered a vision. There, she saw the past. The days when her mother and Merlin were deeply in love. Before she could recover from those warm memories, Nimue used the artifact again and forcibly entered another vision. But this time, she was dragged into a lifeless abyss. It looked like an ancient battlefield from hundreds of years ago. Demonic armies were massacring entire cities, and the most horrifying part was that she saw Merlin after he had already been corrupted by darkness. At that moment, Merlin was gripping the cursed sword, massacring innocent people without even blinking. After learning the truth, Nimue immediately drew her blade and pointed it at Merlin. Furious, she demanded an explanation for the bloody slaughter she witnessed in the vision, but Merlin did not deny it. Instead, with a conflicted expression, he questioned her back, asking how many people she herself had killed since taking up the sword. Nimue answered without hesitation, saying everyone she killed had a hand in destroying her family.
Revenge took ownership of me. It'll do the same to you, because you're my kin.
Hearing those words, Nimue could hardly accept the truth, but Merlin gave her no time to break down. Once again, he urged her to abandon the cursed sword. He even proposed destroying it completely with Fey fire, but Nimue refused outright. She was unwilling to surrender that power. Just as their argument grew more intense, Morgana suddenly appeared. She warned them that Pendragon soldiers had already surrounded the area.
You've betrayed me.
Nimue refused to listen to any explanation. She immediately turned and left. After escaping, they fled all the way to the cursed Roman battlefield. With no other choice, the group risked hiding inside an ancient underground tunnel. Inside the dimly lit passage, Nimue walked ahead with the cursed sword drawn. But after seeing countless strange symbols along the walls, she suddenly became extremely agitated. In a burst of rage, she hurled the cursed sword off the cliff. The moment the sword left her hand, Nimue instantly calmed down. Terrified, she admitted that she had completely lost control moments earlier. Wanting to help her, Morgana decided to climb down alone and retrieve the sword. But while searching for it, she unexpectedly encountered her old nun friend Celia, who had supposedly died long ago. At first, Morgana joyfully reunited with her, but then Celia suddenly began tempting her to betray Nimue and join the enemy instead. Moments later, Celia secretly sent a strange spider crawling into Morgana's mouth. After completing her task, she simply turned around and walked away. Meanwhile, the completely unaware Morgana finally recovered the sword and returned it to Nimue at the top of the cliff. But none of them realized that everything outside had already fallen apart. Merlin had been captured, and the tribe that once sheltered Nimue was now suffering a brutal massacre at the hands of the enemy.